Alright. I can't keep this hand. This one's not terrible. I do have Saga in the lock and discard. Just gotta try to get a bridge. And I got the 3 lands. And I can make dudes with Saga. So, yeah. So I just go get my basic. And take as little pain damage as possible from my own mana base. Yeah, and it's the Insidious Roots deck again. This one with Asmo. I don't think I'm too worried about roots, so. Yeah, I ran into this same deck a few times. So this is neat with the Fauna Shaman. Go ahead and play the Saga because I want to try to get the lock, and then Profane Tutor to try to get Bridge quickly. I don't remember if I make a dude. No, okay. So yeah, I guess Thoughtseize. And then after this, so I'll get Bridge off of the Profane Tutor, I'll get Lantern off of Saga, and I'll be able to play Pixis this turn. And then that'll be the lock. So, yeah, they got Roots. The reason I took Roots there is I wasn't sure, like, how quickly they could build an army and then swing with 0/1s under the bridge. But I'm not worried. Like, Cookbook, I should have taken Cookbook, honestly. I think that's a mistake. Because what I did is I forgot about Cookbook's second ability of returning a creature card from graveyard to hand. So that's a punt by me. I should have gotten the Cookbook. Fortunately, it didn't kill me. So now I'm gonna make a bunch of clues and stuff. Okay. Come on. Get my bridge. I draw another Pixis. I think I got my lantern. Yep. So now I can play out my hand with the bridge. But I do have to worry about Cookbook. Because what they can do here is they can chain Fauna Shaman over and over and over to get a creature they want. And then use Cookbook to get it back. And I entirely missed that line. Yeah, I don't mill the gardens there. I want the extra mill rock and protection for bridge if I need it. They are building up the mana to be able to use Cookbook. And they're going to go get another Cookbook, which is smart. But I guess in the end, when they looked at their deck, they realized they didn't have an answer for this. So they didn't really have a way around. So we go to game 2. Oops. Let's see. There we go. Come on, thingy. I'd started a league like 2 weeks ago. Unfortunately, I got busy with the whole work, college, being a dad thing. I wasn't even able to finish the league. I ended up 2-1 and then not being able to finish the last 2 games, which is unfortunate, but being an adult, I guess. So this hand seems pretty good with the cursed totems. Um, and then I'm Grafdigger's Cage and then Stirrings for bridge or a lantern. Yeah, the Inquisition grabbed my Grafdigger's Cage, which is unfortunate, but um, I want to wait to play the Stirrings because somebody mentioned it in the Discord that it's usually better to play it last. So that it's really cool they pick your poison. This tells me that I can't just run out Cursed Totem. I need to wait until I have 2 artifacts in play. So instead I draw the Profane Tutor there. I'm gonna suspend it. Yeah. Yeah. So we know that they have the Daredevil in hand. And I draw a bridge, so that's convenient. So now I think it's Cursed Totem and Shredder. To try to maximize my use of my mana, I want to use all of my mana at all times. And then my Profane Tutor is going to come on next turn. Yeah, Shaman does nothing. And that's, now that I know their entire hand, it should be safe to just get a Lantern. And I can take some damage. I'll be able to play the bridge. I do still have to worry about the cookbook here, because I'd still forgotten about the second ability. Pretty sure I get a lantern. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Play the lantern, play the bridge. They're doing a bunch of stuff that doesn't really matter. So I'm grabbing another garden so I can copy something if I need to. I don't need a second bridge right now because I have a pretty good lock. Yeah, so I copy my Shredder. I'd still forgotten about the second ability. Yeah. Mill my top card because I don't need the land. So I grab the Pixis there. Let's resize this. Thanks, MDGO. Probably would have been better to grab a needle for the cookbook. So there's a whole lot of nothing going on. Thinking that they're trying to time me out by making all those things. So yeah, mill the Tyvar. That ends up milling my own duress. Thoughtseize, get that dude. I think I named cookbook here. And this is where I get reminded about Cookbook's second ability is when they actually use it. And I'm like, oh yeah, that is a thing, isn't it? Yeah, they got the Street Wraith. So they could try to use the cookbooks over and over to try to get that Street Wraith back to draw at instant speed. But I have a lock that's solid enough that Street Wraith isn't going to do anything. But I am going to name cookbook so they can't keep doing that. That should be it, pretty much. So they're gonna try to draw instant speed. Um, and they wanted to get the roots, I guess. Um, yeah. Braids is neat. Let's get rid of that. And I think, yeah, okay. Yeah. It's just playing carefully now. But let's see. 1, 2, 3. Mill rocks. Yeah. Um, so I'm just keeping the trophy as an extra effect if I need it. I don't want him to have the Stitcher Supplier. And yeah, I don't really care about Asmo. I can't cast it anyways. Come on, MTGO, that sucks. Yeah, I get a second Assassin's Trophy here. Um, I do have to, like, I was looking at this thing. I needed to consider it. Um, but I don't think it really matters a whole lot, but it is something that I wanted to be aware of. But I figure I'll just let them draw it. I don't care if they make a dude, um, I should be able to empty my hand. But I don't want to use my trophies. I didn't want to use my trophies yet because I want to let them draw dead cards, then use the trophy after milling or whatever. So now they're gonna go to attack. It's time to use a trophy. I'll go ahead and kill this thing, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, exile first, then trophy, because I want to reduce the number of good cards in their hand. Yeah, kill the land. They go search. Yeah. Yeah, and they finally concede. With, see, 1, 2, 3, 4 rocks, and they draw for the turn, they can be dead in like 5 turns, 6 turns. So, yeah, that's it.